Hello friends. So today we are going to discuss about class 7th science chapter 10 disaster management. Heading observe and discuss. Heading can you tell? 1. Is it possible to prevent the loss of life caused by lightning? 2. What should be done to prevent the buns on a farm from getting washed away in a rainy season? 3. Why do we experience water scarcity? We have studied two types of disasters, namely man made and natural disasters. Into which category do the disasters shown in the news item above fall? We can prevent certain disaster while it is necessary to take precautions in case of some other disasters. Natural and man-made disasters are related to each other. Natural disasters such as famine, lightning strike, cloudbursts, storms, etc. occur due to changes in weather. There is the possibility of loss of life and damage to property in such natural calamities. Who is to be held responsible for that? What can we do to deal with these losses? Heading famine. The condition that arises due to long term and severe scarcity of food grains and water is called famine. Famines can be very severe. Although the main cause of famine is natural phenomena, yet famine condition is created by some human activity besides some natural events. Heading think. What would happen if no food were grown during the whole year? Box heading causes of famine. Drought, heavy rains and flood, crops getting washed away or damaged in the flood, environmental changes such as temperature change, storms, cold wave or fog, damage of crop by animals like mice and rats, attack of pests, locust or disease of crops, a natural calamity like earthquakes, etc., are some of the cause of famine. Of these, drought is the main cause. Man-made causes of famine include war, internal unrest, absence of transport routes, uncontrolled population growth, etc. Box. In the past, famines are not a new phenomenon. The problem of drinking water, food, and fodder for animals date back to historic times. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and Chhatrapati Sahu Maharaj implemented many schemes to overcome the famines of their time. Their water supply and water storage schemes are ideal even in today's circumstances. You can too make schemes like this to face future crises and disasters, which will be of use not only in your own life in the future but also for society at large. Malik Ambar implemented a canal scheme for drinking water in Aurangabad. It exists even today. Collect more information about it. Box heading. What can we do to ease the severity of the famine? 1. Planned usage of water and reuse of water. 2. Proper planning of water conservation and harvesting at local level. 3. Large scale plantation of trees and prevention of deforestation. 4th, making appropriate changes in plans taking into account the weather forecasts. Box title. Large scale tree plantation, no famine, no land erosion. Compose a variety of such slogans and use them during environmental awareness rallies. There are records of loss of life caused by severe famines in various parts of the world. Asia has turned out to be the most affected famine continent of the world. A majority of the famines occurred in drought prone and flood affected regions. Among the most dreadful famines that have occurred in the world are the famines that affected India and China. Heading: Are we responsible for famine? 1. Water shortage is increasing as the balance between rainfall and population is disturbed. 2. There has been a very high rise in the production of food grains. As a result of Green Revolution, the balance of the environment has been lost due to the use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, and weedicides. 3. Unlimited lifting of water. 4th, erosion of land. 5th, misuse of water. Heading: Cloudburst. Subheading: Can you tell what causes rain? Sometimes the water coming down from the rain cloud does not reach the land in the form of rain. Instead, due to very high temperature near the land, it vaporizes and goes back into the same clouds. As a result, the amount of vapor in these clouds become very high. Due to rapid condensation, it rains suddenly over a specific and small region at rate of 100 millimeter per hour or more. This is known as cloudburst. Box. Heading: Do you know? A cloudburst occurred at Leh, bracket open, Ladakh, bracket closed, on 6th August 2010. The cloudburst that occurred in Mumbai on 26th August 2005 was extraordinary and unforgettable. On that day, it rained about 950 millimeter, that is 37 inches, in 8 to 10 hours, and the entire city of Mumbai was waterlogged and flooded. Heading: Check your brain power. Why shouldn't we wait at the foothill while it is raining heavily? Heading: Flood. Subheading: Let's recall. What is meant by flood? What are the effects of flood? We have already learned about floods and the effect of floods. Collect information about the floods that have occurred at various places in Maharashtra in the last few years. Box. Government of India established the National Flood Commission in 1976. The commission has made special efforts towards the control of floods. A plan regarding flood control is kept ready from the national village to the village level. Large scale damage of property and loss of life can be avoided because of this plan. Subheading: Protective measurement in view of floods. 1. Construction of small dams in mountainous region. 2. Construction of percolation tanks. 3. Making riverbeds flat. 4th. Cultivation of new forests. 5th. Connecting rivers. Heading: Lightning. Subheading: Can you tell? 1. Have you seen a flash of lightning in the sky? When? 2. What causes lightning? You have learned about the generation of electric charge and lightning strikes in the lesson on static electricity. In this lesson, you shall learn something more about lightning and the measures for protection from it. Box. Heading: Wonderful things to know. Subheading: Lightning temperature more intense than the sun. Not all lightning strikes the ground. In fact, about 95% of the lightning flashes are limited to the sky. Only 5% of the lightning reaches the ground. Lightning can be generated within one cloud, between two clouds, or between a cloud and the ground. About 40 lightning flashes occur per second in the atmosphere. The temperature generated by lightning is higher than that of sun. Due to this high temperature, the air under high pressure expands suddenly and a loud crashing sound is heard. Box. Heading. Do you know? Subheading. Lightning strikes open ground maximum times. The world's mortality rate due to lightning is low. However, survivors of lightning strikes suffer long-term effects. Immediate treatment of lightning affected persons can save their life. A study of places struck with lightning show that it happens more on open ground than under a tree or near water. Mishaps have occurred most often when a person is at a high place or near a tall object. Box. Heading. What precautions will you take during thunderstorms? 1. Do not stand on open ground or below a tree. Do not go to a high location or climb a tree. 2. Do not stand near an electric pole, telephone pole, a tower, etc. 3. Do not lean on wired fences around a farm, a compound, a garden, or a house. 4th, if you are on a two-wheeler, a bicycle, a tractor, or a boat, get off immediately and go to a safe place. 5th, do not gather all together in one place. 6th, take care to keep a distance of 15 feet between any two persons. 7th, do not use plugged in electrical appliance. Do not use a mobile or telephone. 8th, stand on dry wood, plastic sheet, sack or jute, cloth or dry leaves. 9th, keeping your feet together, support yourself on the soles of your feet, placing your hands below the knees and crouch low. 10th, swimmers or fishermen should immediately come out of the water. 11th, a pakka house is the safest place. Find out if there is a lightning conductor on any tall building near your house. If necessary, get a lightning conductor fitted on your house. Heading. My friend, the internet. Visit the website www.ndma.gov.in and compile information about disasters and disaster management. Heading. Volcano. Volcano is a natural event or a phenomenon. The interior of the earth is very hot. Movement of hot substances continuously occur from the interior towards the surface of the earth. As a result, sometimes the solid, liquid, and gaseous substances below the earth's crust are pushed towards the crust. When these substances come out of the earth crust in an eruption and start flowing, it is called a volcano. Subheading. What are the effects of a volcano? 1. The chemical substances such as lava, vapor, hot mud, sulfur, etc. get collected on the surface of the earth and thereby mountains and hills are created. 2. The atmosphere gets polluted due to the ash and gases rejected by the volcano. 3. Often it rains as a result of volcanic eruption. 4th, temperature rises due to hot gases. 5th, forests and settlements get buried under the hot mud. Volcanoes erupt in the sea as they do on land. The same substances that come out during the eruption of a volcano on the land are ejected during the eruption of a volcano in the sea. Some islands are created due to the eruption of volcanoes in the sea. It is not possible to prevent the eruption of volcano, to stop it after it erupts or to control it. However, by means of science and technology, it is possible to predict an eruption and to take immediate steps for disaster management. Heading Tsunami. Subheading, let's recall. 1. What is an earthquake? 2. What will happen if an earthquake and volcanic eruption occur at the bottom of the sea? As on land, earthquake and volcanic eruptions occur at the bottom of the sea too. If an earthquake occurs at the bottom of the ocean, the energy released pushes the water upwards. As a result, a peculiar type of waves are formed. These waves are not very high near the source, but they start spreading very fast to long distances. The velocity of these waves is 800 to 900 km per hour. When they reach a coastal area, their velocity is reduced, but their height is found to have increased tremendously, even to about 30 meters. Such a wave generated by an earthquake or volcano occurring on the ocean floor is called a tsunami. Tsunami is a Japanese word which means harbor waves. Subheading Destructive effects of tsunami. 1. Building and other constructions are destroyed. 2. There is a large scale loss of life and financial loss. 3. Boats and ships near the coasts get damaged. 4th, trees get uprooted. Landslides take place on a large scale. 5th, changes take place in the original land near the coast, giving rise to swamps. 6th, traffic obstructions arise. 7th, the business or industry related to the sea are adversely affected and normal day-to-day life is disrupted. 8th, large-scale damage is caused to the harbors. Box. Heading Precautionary measures. When a tsunami wave is formed due to an earthquake on the sea floor, it is necessary that an immediate estimate is made of its progress and a warning of the danger is issued to the people in the coastal area. For this purpose, an artificial geostationary satellite is of great use. Heading Storms. Subheading, let's recall. What gives rise to a storm? What are their effects? We have already learned about the formation of storms and their effects. Suppose you are caught in a storm. What will you do to keep yourself safe? Subheading Try this. 1. Regularly cut down trees or branches that are likely to fall and cause damage. 2. If you are outside, take shelter in a safer place. 3. If you are away from home, inform your close friends and relatives about your exact location. 4th, at home, shut the valves of gas regulators and turn off the electric supply. 5th, make telephone calls to warn your relatives and friends about the probable danger. Tell them to go to a safer place. 6th, give temporary shelter to people who are far away from their homes. Note: refer to the lesson on winds in Standard 7th in Geography textbook and read the part about storms. Box. Heading National Institution. United Nations established a standing international organization bracket open UNDP bracket closed in 1965. About 177 nations from around the world are members of the UNDP. One of the main functions of this organization is to send equipment, financial aid, and also volunteers to the place of disaster. In addition, international medical teams and groups of other experts are also sent. Box. 13th October, International Day for Disaster Reduction. Heading Techno Support. With the help of your teacher, prepare a PowerPoint presentation on effect of natural calamities and measures for their management. And present it in the class. Thank you.